I got no sleep. My mind was just running. It's a new feature. I like the hearts too. Oh, it's a new feature. I need your thoughts. Okay, I will give you that. That's part of it. If you have not gone to my recap video, please go to the recap video. I need some of that. You need some ADHD. I don't think you need that, sweetheart. That ain't good. Instead of hearts, they give different shapes. That's good. Don't know what it is, but just pump it. The green comes up. Oh, energy drink. Has anybody seen the recap video? Hello in YouTube land. How are y'all? I need to know if the recap video is working. They put a little restriction on it, so didn't see it yet. The recap is not. Are you? It's not. Haven't seen it. I saw it. Is it on the FYP? No, 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 no. It's not there. Haven't. Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, the one. It says Monday. It says Monday. You're going to have to actually go to my page and see it. That's the only reason it's going to get off the FYP page. Because then this is going to slow down. I had to come to your page to find it. Okay, so if you could go to my page, repost it, comment, like it. It's not there yet. Good morning, y'all. Hold on. Because it's pissing me off. Because I want y'all to be able to get the last one from the weekend cap. Why are they holding my video? Yeah, I don't see it yet. Okay. Why every time I see your post, I go looking for that brown leather dress? Girl, it was burgundy. Delegate Stacy, hello. Delegate Stacy is the last video. Okay, I'm going to look again. Last thing I said. I just need to see if it's up and moving. That's not the recap. Hi from YouTube land. Good morning. Good morning. Hold on one second. Go to your page. Maybe I just watched it. It has Monday recap on it. This is pissing me off, bruh. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Because they're holding my video and it's pissing me off because, yeah, I didn't do anything wrong. Hold on, y'all. A lot of shit happened yesterday. So they got a restriction on my video, but they saying gore. You know what? I ain't gonna stress about it. They'll undo it later on. I'm not gonna stress about it. They're gonna undo it later on, so it is what it is. I can't do shit about it right now. There's so much funny business going on this damn app. Yes, Pam, it is a lot of funny business, and I do work hard. They have put a restriction on it for 18-year-olds and under could not see it. But it's actually just the news. Okay. So if you can't see the video, it probably won't pop up till later on today. They have a restriction on it, an 18-year-old restriction on it, so there's nothing I can do personally about it. If you can, if you can't, just pump the hearts up, give me the 5K, and then we can get this party started. Because I got too much information to give out to just wait around. Yeah. If you can't see the video, they have it restricted. It may drop sometime this afternoon. I don't know. Right now it's at 146 views, which is very disappointing. Caught you out eating. It's going to be a good day. Hi, Kiana. Thank you. I'm from Sierra Leone. Hi from Sierra Leone. All right, T. Sorry, sir. I'm not looking to give nobody a green card. It's harder now for Americans to get immigrants in, even if we marry. It's restrictions, okay? You can't get in. So telling me you love me is not going to help your situation. I'm talking to YouTube. I reposted when I saw it. Hope it helps. Thank you. Good morning, guys. The recap video is not working. I can't find you on YouTube. It's the same name. My YouTube is connected to my in my bio. They barely give me a notification when you are on. It's something going on. I have no idea. I'm good. It's not like a hit piece. Oh. Good morning. Good morning. My baby was trying to take my kids away to Egypt forever. What do I do? I don't know. I don't know what you do about that. Thank you. If you haven't seen my interview with Representative, sorry, Stacey Plaskett, Virgin Islands, please go check it out. She had some good things to say. I can't even see that you responded to it. Oh, yeah, they got me shadowed. I am shadowed. If y'all can get me to 5K hearts, I appreciate it. Just pump up the hearts for me so people know that I'm live. Trying to get it so people know I'm live. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know nothing about the news. It's depressing. It makes me, you make it fun. I be depressed when I'm delivering it. I be depressed when I'm delivering it, sweetheart. So, no hearts. Y'all don't have to give me gifts. Just pump up the hearts. Y'all don't have to give me gifts. Just pump up the hearts. Good morning, Stuart. How come you don't know? I don't know. You asking me about something in Egypt. Do I look like I'm from Egypt? Don't answer that question. You just coming over here. What do you mean? Hi, Mermaid Blue. Thank you. All right, y'all. We're going to get this shit started. It's a world one. It's a really whirlwinded type of situation. All right. First and foremost, Gen Z. I don't know what happened to y'all, but they just did a survey on y'all and it didn't come out good. So according to the Boston Consulting Group, the BCG, they found that after Russia and Ukraine started popping shit off, y'all want to be a part of WAR a lot. So Gen Z wants schools and universities to prepare them for WAR. I don't know. I thought Gen Z was a lazy group. I guess not. My mistake. My bad. Cause I really thought y'all was trying to, sit your ass down somewhere. Y'all barely like working in corporate offices. Why do y'all want to go to WAR? But that is what they're saying. They're saying, according to a new poll, 48% of 18 to 24-year-olds want more military opportunities during their schooling as they respond to the rising geopolitical tensions. Their findings comes months after Lord Hammond, a former defense secretary, argued that young men were unprepared to fight a war. Ooh. Okay, so this is Britain and the United States. Good luck. Why is that generation so fascinated with pew-pew? I don't know. They are very fascinated with pew-pews. Okay, now we're going to talk about the tariffs. Now, we already know that China came down to 30. Trump came down to 10. Now, China did not ask for this meeting. China did not care. Okay? Trump is the one that asked for the meeting. Trump is the one that caved. Okay? And the reason he caved, because after his 100 days, his approval rating was lower than his first term. Okay? So he needed that. Okay? The announcement comes after a weekend marathon. Trade negotiations in Geneva, Switzerland. The two countries came together to have a conversation. Thank you for reposting my recap video if you saw it. So Trump is the one that asked for it, okay? And the reason he asked for it is because we were about to have nothing on the damn shelves. The last shipments that had been coming in from China had been empty boxes. So that's all we were getting. And on top of that, China was doing pretty well. Their shipments coming into the U.S. had dropped 21% in April. But guess what? Their exporting business increased by 8.1%. 8.1% did increase. So even without us, they were still doing better. Even without us, they were still doing better. And we only have 90 days. This tariff is only for 90 days. So you better get your Weave, your Shein, your Temu, your AliExpress. Get all that shit now. Okay? Because if you don't, and he decide that he want to renege and start acting crazy again, yeah, get y'all shit now. That's all I'm saying. If you worried about not having Christmas gifts, I suggest you go to the store, get them now, put them in the back shelf or in the ceiling, put it somewhere. I would go Christmas shopping in July if I'm not. That is my thing. I will go Christmas shopping in July. If you want to go ahead and get your Christmas, your shit for your kids, get it done now in case these tariffs pop out all over again. Okay? I'm just saying. And also Xbox, I'm sorry Xbox people, your games are now $80. As of May 1st, your games are $80. So if you play Xbox, it's gone up. Sorry, I don't know what to tell y'all. They had to up everything when it came to the tariffs. On top of that, with the tariffs now, most businesses are scared to hire. Okay? A lot of them are weary about hiring. A lot of them are weary about buying a certain amount of items that they need for their businesses. They are worried because this 90-day pause is nothing. It's going to go away like this if there's nothing permanent. So a lot of them will not be bringing people back on to work. A lot of them will not be buying in bulk. Okay? They will not be bringing people back because they don't know what's going to happen after this. 90 days is up. And speaking of not bringing people back, black women. A new report has been revealed that black women experienced the highest job loss in April, highlighting a troubling trend in the labor market. Black women saw a sharp rise in 5.6% in unemployment. Now, the reason this is happening, and I had to go do a little digging to find out why exactly this is happening to us. And it had to do with certain aspects. One, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Diversity, equity, and inclusion did play a part on us losing our job. Second, the federal workforce. Federal workers being laid off and not being brought back. Believe it or not, a lot of black women worked in the federal areas. A lot of us worked in the federal areas. So that contributed to it. And then, what was the last one? I'm sorry, I'm looking for the clip. Give me 1 second. Because I was upset when I saw this, but I'm not surprised. So, okay, so yeah, diversity, equity, inclusion policies, federal job cuts, and hiring discriminations, especially under the Trump-aligned initiatives, have cut off our sectors like hospitality, federal government where black women often are employed. They are seeing a workforce reductions. Federal jobs fell 9,000 in April, totaling a loss of 26,000 since January. The jobless rate jumped from 6.1% from 5.1%. And white and Hispanic women remained unchanged, 3.3 to 4.6 respectively. Overall, it's us that took the hit. We took the hit, and we knew we were going to take the hit. And the reason we knew that we were going to take the hit because black women do seek higher education. We do seek higher employment. And in order to break down that black power, you got to break us down here, especially in black women. Because the one thing about a black woman is if we're sad and depressed, we're going to go read a book. We're going to figure out how to get another job. We're going to figure out all that shit. Right now, I'm telling black women right now, entrepreneurship is the way. Since Frumpy is in office, entrepreneurship is our only safe haven. It is our only safe haven. If you are out of work, you better create your own damn business. That we just got to become our own bosses at this point. That's just it. It's sad to say, but we're going to take the hit first because we do lead in our race when it comes to education and jobs. We lead in that area. So they're going to hit us first before they hit anybody else, like black men. And it's no nothing against black men, but that's what's going to happen. They're going to have to break one of us down first. All right. So who saw that big beautiful bill? If you saw that big beautiful bill, let me know if you saw that big beautiful bill. That big beautiful bill that's going to cut $880 billion worth of Medicaid. Yep, you heard me. You heard me. The Republicans snuck that shit out early this morning. They plan on cutting $880 billion worth of Medicaid so they can get that $4.3 trillion tax cut for the 1%. Yes. I'm sorry, 4.5 trillion. My bad. What was I thinking? So House Republicans have released a plan for sweeping cuts to Medicaid to help cover the 4.5 trillion in tax breaks for the rich. The Congressional Budget Office projects $880 billion in cuts would leave 8.6 million more people without insurance. Part of the Republican plan also calls for new work requirements for many Medicaid recipients. Okay? To push to deliver President Trump's big, beautiful bill is a part of the effort to make his 2017 tax cuts permanent. Y'all remember in 2017 when he said if we give the rich a tax break, we give the big businesses a tax break, it will trickle down? That shit never trickled down. It never trickled down. We never saw it come to us. It was a lie. And now he's trying to make that lie permanent. Because right now, we're still under Biden's tax plan. We're under Biden's tax plan. Come 2026, this tax plan will be initiated. This tax plan, and your taxes are going to go up. Okay? Instead of you getting money back during your income tax, you're going to be paying into it. Paying into that. The middle class and the lower class, the 80% of this country that is under $140-something thousand a year, we're going to go broke. The 20% is going to receive tax cuts or barely an increase. And I know a lot of people like, well, what does that mean for us? Let me tell you something. Medicaid provides critical health coverage, a wide variety of people in every community across the nation. This cover helps ensure patients can receive medical services needed to live healthier and more productive lives. And it also keeps y'all out of the emergency room. Because if you don't have Medicaid, that's where you're going to have to go. And that bill is going to stack up. Okay? That bill is going to stack up. Medicaid covers 40% of births in the U.S. 40% of all the births in the U.S. are come off Medicaid. And they say they love the kids. The right loves the kids, right? But they don't want to make sure they birth right. Yeah. Including nearly 50% of births in rural communities. These small ass towns that may only have one hospital. Those are the people that are going to need this more than anybody else. And baby, these small rural towns have them and them in it. Okay? It's not just one of us. I know y'all like to think we're the only ones on Medicaid, but baby, we're not. Y'all the bigger population. Y'all on Medicaid more than we are. Okay? It is what it is. All right? It's also a vital source for prenatal and postpartum care for women across the country so they can take care of their kids, so they can be healthy while they're carrying their babies. Yeah, that kind of shit, that'll be great. You know, state Medicaid programs pay hospitals less than the cost of hospitals and cure and provide care to Medicaid patients. Hey, in 2023, the difference between Medicaid payments and costs, known as Medicaid shortfall, was $27.5 billion. So who got $27.5 billion to pay? If it wasn't for Medicaid, that would be a debt across the board for everybody. That would be a debt. Okay? Medicaid helps in the healthcare systems. Medicaid would not be limited to Medicaid, to just Medicaid beneficiaries. I'm sorry, these goddamn braces be whooping my ass. Okay. Now, more than 70 million people are on Medicaid in this country, including 40% of all children, 60% of all nursing home residents. Okay? This is going to affect everybody. Everybody is going to be affected. And I know they like to say young men are sitting on their video games and sitting on Medicaid. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. That is just not true. Okay? That's a redirection. That is not true at all. That's BS. That is BS. Okay? Why do people be trying to get invited to my stuff? No. Approximately 42% of Medicaid beneficiaries are adults. 36% are children. 10% are disabled. And 10% are over the age of 65. Individuals who are eligible based on disability. And they make up a small share of beneficiaries overall. Y'all, if this is shut down, we're fucked. This is the time for y'all to get up and start calling your representatives and letting them know if you fuck with Medicaid, you will be out on your ass. And y'all need to put it just like that. Don't be cute in these voicemails. This is not the time to be cute. This is the time to make your voice heard. It's the time to make your voice heard. Okay? Do not be cute, especially in these red states, because y'all know this is why they're doing it. They're doing it for their daddy. They are doing it for their daddy, okay? I need y'all to start picking up the phones. I need y'all to start calling y'all representatives and letting them know if they fuck with Medicaid, y'all will not have a job come midterms. Do not let them do this. I know y'all expect the Democrats to stop it, but let me make something very clear. They barely have any power right now. And if you actually listen to my interview with Stacey Plaskett, you will understand why they don't have power right now. Okay? They don't have it. It is up to us to start voicing it. Now, there are some Republicans that are against this, and let's hope the bipartisanship vote puts this shit out. And they have to go back to the drawing table. Okay? They have to go back to the drawing table. I'm just hoping and praying that that happens. But y'all need to use y'all voices. Y'all need to stop sitting here and just listening. Y'all need to pick up the phone, make the phone calls. Because if you don't, somebody you know is going to suffer. Somebody you know is going to be without care. And that's the last thing anybody wants at all. I'm just saying it's important. It's one of the biggest things that we have to worry about right now. And I personally don't want to see the Republicans win. I know that may be petty. I just don't want to see them win. I really don't. I don't want to see them win at all. If you drink Don Julio or Casamigos, you're drinking cheap libations, basically. Don Julio and Casamigos are being sued. Their libations are not 100% agave. They've been allegedly putting cheap stuff into their bottles. So if you buying that Don Julio and that Casamigos and you up there dancing, you're drinking the cheap shit. The cheap stuff, okay? It's cheap. All right? They got a lawsuit right now. It's not high quality plant grown out of Mexico. I don't know how y'all can tell that difference, but they can tell that difference. Okay? They can tell that difference. Now, some good stuff came down the pipeline. Elon has ruined his name. Elon has ruined his good name. And I don't know how good it was, but they just put a stop to his shit. Who just sent me a message? Did somebody just send me a message? Hold on one second. I think I got a message. No, I ain't got a message. I didn't get a message. So They have stopped Elon. A pension fund has voted to block new investments in Tesla. Elon has messed up his name. So U.S. pension fund has taken measures to pause any buying in Tesla stock because of the risk of posed by the car maker CEO Elon Musk and the lagging financial performance at the company. Yeah, he can't sell his Cybertrucks. He cannot sell his Cybertrucks. They are not selling. They're sitting on lots. He ruined his name for Trump. And now nobody wants to touch him. And baby, if you go to my recap video, you will see China's Cybertruck. I want that truck. China's Cybertruck, that bad boy is bad. I mean, I'm a girl. I don't even like trucks, but I want that. So if somebody in China can bring that bitch over, bring that over before you bring a Bentley. That's a nice truck. That is a nice truck, but Elon is suffering. He's suffering a major hit. Now, on top of that, if you plan on migrating or going to, if you're a foreigner and you plan on living in the UK, baby, they're cutting restrictions, okay? They're doing exactly what America is doing. They are making it harder for migrants to come here, okay? To come to their country. They're shutting it down. So migrants, Sir Keir Starmer, I hope I'm saying that right, has proposed to overhaul a broken immigration system with plans to tighten English test. Yep, you're going to have to take an English test for all visa applicants and adult dependents among the reform that is being considered. So migrants will also have to wait 10 years to apply to settle in UK instead of automatically gaining settled status after 5 years under the new plan. Labor's long-awaited migration rules to be published soon, but they're actually cutting that off too. If you're going there for work, they're going to cut it off. I don't know if the United States is included in that, but I think we're migrants as well. I think you're migrants as well. So I don't think that's going to happen for us, but they're cutting off the working. They're shutting down anybody's visas. It's all going bye-bye. Everybody's closing ranks. Everybody's closing ranks. And I think they're following the same plan as Frumpy. Now, speaking of Frumpy, y'all knew the Afrikaners came in here, right? Afrikaners are here. 49 of them landed yesterday. They're supposed to be put in Idaho, South Carolina, and I forgot what other state they're going to. No, North Carolina. They're going to Idaho, North Carolina, and one other place they're being put. And the reason they're being put in those areas is because the Episcopal Church that usually helps pay for settlements of migrants that are seeking asylum. Iowa, thank you, Iowa. West Virginia, Iowa. Okay, so the Episcopal Church has said they're not fucking with them. I know that's wrong to put Episcopal Church and the F word together, but basically the Episcopal Church said they didn't like the fact that Trump brought them over and they would not be helping to resettle them. So they removed themselves from the help. I'm trying to figure out their exact words of what they said because I've never seen a church pull away from help. I ain't never seen a church pull away from helping anybody. So the Episcopal Church withdrew from the refugee program over Trump classifying white South Africans as refugees. Now, and Reverend Sean W. Rowe said just over 2 weeks ago, the federal government informed Episcopal Migration Ministries that under the new terms of our federal grant, we are expected to resettle white Afrikaners from South Africa who the U.S. government has classified as refugees. They said it has been painful to watch one group of refugees selected in a highly unusual manner, a white manner. I don't know why people just won't say that, okay? White. Selected a highly unusual manner, receiving preferential treatment over many others who have been waiting in refugee camps in dangerous conditions for years, such as the Congolese, such as Sudan, such as the The Afghanistan translators that helped the U.S. Army and the U.S. military fight Afghanistan, 20,000 of them are still sitting in camps waiting. And guess what? Trump has cut off their access, said they are not allowed to come to America. And the ones that are here, he's cutting off their citizenship next year. So they will be forced to go back to the Taliban. And you know what's going to happen if they get back to the Taliban, right? You think the Taliban is going to allow them to still stay alive after they help the United States? Those translators and their families are supposed to be over here a long time ago. They're stuck. And they say they'd rather be than go back to the Taliban because they know what is waiting on them. And the Taliban said they're building cities on the outskirts for them. I would not do it. I'd rather be in the dirt. They said that city is a DEATH trap. They know what's coming for them. But instead, we bought white Africans over here. And Afrikaners. They're not even Africans. They're Afrikaners. And I know people don't understand what an Afrikaner is. So let me help you out. White South Africans are often referred to as Afrikaners, especially those who speak Afrikaans, language derived from Dutch, French, and German settlers who arrived in South Africa in the 17th century and formed a distinct ethnic group. Additionally, some white South Afrikaners also speak with a British accent and are sometimes referred as, I ain't even gonna say that damn word, nope. Okay, now Afrikaners are white ethnic minority, largely descended from Dutch, German, and French settlers. Afrikaner leaders ruled the South Africa during a brutal apartheid regime, okay, of racial segregation that often saw violent repressions of black South Afrikaners. Okay, let me make something very clear. In 1994, black South Africans, I can't believe I'm saying black South Africans, South Africans were finally able to vote, and they voted in Mandela. And that's what happened when South Africans started to be smaller. White South Africans started to get smaller, and South Africans finally started to get some of their land back, okay? And now what is happening is their land is being distributed properly. Some of the South Africans are getting their land back, and it's only 2% of private land. So they still have a lot of land. Now, I just saw a video earlier today of a woman who actually lives in South Africa, a white South Afrikaner, and she said, we are not getting rich people. We're getting poor South Afrikaners. We're not getting anybody of substance, okay? We're getting the low of the lowest. So, like she said, we've already got enough farmers. We already got enough people that are running these farmlands. We need hands. We need farm hands. I told y'all, they don't have any skills. They cannot work here. All they know is how to tend farm land. And what are we missing right now in this country? What are we missing right now to help with that farm hand? We're missing farm workers. We're missing farm hands. We need people to pick these crops. Get to picking. And on top of that, y'all got to be a part of Medicaid, which they're trying to cut. That is y'all medical. Yeah. And don't worry about it, because y'all gonna need 2 or 3 jobs as well, because what y'all was living off of in South Africa is like triple here, okay? And there are no maids. There's nobody here to cook and clean for you, okay? We're the different type of black over here. And then you step out of place, especially in North Carolina. Ooh. Y'all may as well go ahead and pack your bags and go back home, because this asylum y'all are seeking is not what y'all think it's for. Just saying it. When you put 2 and 2 together, you realize these people ain't got no skills. They don't know anything about our economy. They only know how to work the land. And they're used to having servants that make like $2 an hour. $2 an hour. They won't have any maids. They're going to have to work multiple jobs to survive here. Oh, it's not funny, but it's funny. It is not funny, but it's funny. Please don't put them in Cleveland, Ohio. That's all I ask for. Do not put them nowhere near Cleveland, Ohio, okay? Don't put them nowhere near Charlotte either, okay? Keep them away from Charlotte. You may want to put them in the outskirts somewhere, okay? There are certain places don't drop them at, because they're going to mess up and call somebody colored, and it's going to be a wrap. I hope they know the lingo. Don't come over here like Tyler did and forget where you at. Okay? Don't come over here like Tyler did and forget where you at. Because it's not going to bode well for you. She lucky she look like us. Y'all don't. I'm just saying. Y'all don't. Y'all don't look like us. Please be mindful. Tread lightly. Don't get yourself in a pickle. Do not get yourself in a pickle. Tory Lanez. Everybody know what happened to Tory. Okay? I'm surprised he's still living. I don't know who it was. But 7 to the back. 4 to the side. 2 to the back of the head. Both of his lungs were punctured. He's on a breathing apparatus. I don't know who planned that. But it was definitely ordered. That was ordered. I don't care what y'all say. Somebody ordered that bad boy. They said he's living and he's able to talk a little bit. But yeah. It ain't I feel bad for him because he's this big. Do I feel bad for him being there? No. But I feel bad for him because he's this big. Okay? It is what it is. What can you do? All right? What can you do? For all y'all that love Aiden Ross, if one of y'all black men don't check him, and I don't mean verbally, about calling Megan Thee Stallion out her name and talking about show your wounds, why are y'all not checking these white boys? Why? Why are y'all letting them disrespect black women? It's a different situation when somebody outside of us that think they black gonna call a black woman and you know what. And let me make something very clear for all y'all uneducated people. Megan Thee Stallion did not press charges on Tory Lanez. The state did. And that is because he violated his parole. And he's not from this country, and he was carrying around a pew-pew. He was carrying around a pew-pew. He violated his own probation. Megan didn't press any charges. The state had his ass. And the fact that he's not from this country and he's from Canada, he messed himself up. Y'all blaming that black woman for something that black man did on his own. That ain't our fault. That is not her fault. And I wish more black men would start standing up for her instead of blaming her for Tory being in jail. Because she ain't got nothing to do with that. That is the law. He violated the law. And if y'all were more educated and y'all actually paid attention and read, y'all would know that. Instead of just going off these white boys and these red pill men that have the nerve to talk about a black woman that ain't did nothing but get pew-pewed on. Was she wrong for messing around with him? Yes. But that does not deserve a pew-pew in your foot. I am not negating what she did before that. Yes. Let me look that up for y'all because everybody keeps asking about it. KKK getting unalived in Atlanta, Decatur, Georgia. All right. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for the news. Okay, yes. 2 arrested for the pew-pew in Forest Park. I don't see it. I don't see that news. I heard about it, but I don't see it in the news. So I can't report on it if I don't know about it. I can't report about it if I don't know about it. All right. On the Ukraine and Putin area, it's getting a little hot. So Putin and Zelensky are meeting up. The talks is supposed to be on Thursday. It is to get a ceasefire done. Okay? Now, Frumpy is talking about joining in on the conversation, which I don't know why, because you ain't done shit since. You ain't done nothing since. He's talking about he's about to go and help with the conversation. So, no, I don't think he should jump in. Now, Putin said that he's up for talks, but he's not going to do a ceasefire. Zelensky said in order for a talk to be had, a ceasefire needs to happen. So, we don't actually know if this conversation is going to happen between Zelensky and Putin. We have no idea whatsoever. But if it does happen, let's hope that there is some resolution where actually fuck that shit. Trump ass should have been stopped Putin in the beginning because they've already signed the mineral deal. I'm sitting here like, wait, didn't they sign a deal for 10 years to get their minerals for help? Why is he not doing that shit? Zelensky literally signed over his country for 10 years to receive, the American to receive their minerals for 10 years. Their mineral deposits for 10 years. Why isn't Trump at Putin's door talking about, hey, my boy, you may want to let up before shit get hot? Why is that not happening? It's like y'all signed this deal and nothing else. That's why I was so mad when Zelensky signed that deal, because nothing good has happened. Pete said he wasn't sending over no more weapons, and now this. I cannot. I really can't. It's a slap in the face. And Zelensky, he getting slapped left and right. He's literally getting slapped left and right, and it makes no sense. After that deal was signed 2 weeks ago, Trump should have been at Putin's front door telling him, we need to talk. It's time for you to calm that shit down. But it's too late. Putin got China's help now. And he's in with Burkina Faso. And baby, he's also got weapons. He's got ships. Antarctic ships that can move through the ice. Yes. He's got Antarctic ships that can move and break through ice. So he can come from all fronts now. I just saw that this morning. I just saw those ships this morning. They can literally break through ice. So they can maneuver in places that no one else can right now. They have the leg up on the world right now because nobody else has that type of machinery. They don't have those type of ships. But hey, guess where Trump is right now? He's in the Middle East. Yup. He's in the Middle East. Okay, so he's going there to get his $400 million plane. He's going to get his $400 million plane from Qatar. But he's also going into the UAE to have conversations, okay? The UAE wants sanctions dropped on them. But Qatar wants a little bit more. I haven't heard exactly what they want from him, but I know Qatar has bought some of their gold cars, some of Trump's gold cars to be permanently placed in the United States. Yes. Qatar also provides pew-pews to the Houthis in Yemen and Hamas. They're a part of that little group. Now, I don't know if he's going over there saying, hey, y'all going to have to pull back on that shit if you want to make a deal with me so Israel can finish doing what the fuck they got to do. I don't know how that's going to work. But we also know Trump is building towers. And he's building a golf resort in Qatar. Yes. They have personal family businesses being built over there. Personal family businesses being built there. Plus, I can't remember if it's the UAE or Qatar, but one of them bought a shitload of meme coin from Frumpy. They invested a shitload of money into meme coin, into Frumpy's meme coin. No, I'm not Ethiopian. So he's going over there to collect that airplane. He's saying it's a temporary plane because Boeing has not made another Air Force One. They haven't had one in 40 years. I get that. But why would you trust Boeing at this point anyways? I wouldn't have Boeing building shit. But I damn sure would not accept a $400 million plane from Qatar. Last time we saw a plane being given to anybody in America, it was bugged. It was bugged by our allies. I can't remember where it was exactly, but it was bugged by our allies. You don't think they putting shit up in there? I'm just asking. You giving me a $400 plane. You don't think I'm finna bug the hell out that hoe and get all information I need? Even the information that the Houthis, Hamas, and Yemen may need? I'm just saying. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist sometimes, so I'm just thinking out loud. What's the best way to get this information? Because we know this man. We know they don't care about national security. Signal, hello. Signal, hello. Y'all gonna sweep that whole plane, or y'all just gonna shake hands? And then he said it's going to his library. So that means it's not actually going to be Air Force One's plane. It's your plane. It's your plane because you said it's temporary. How's it temporary if it's going to your Library of Congress after you're done? I guarantee you it won't. I guarantee you it'll be the new Trump plane. It's not temporary. It's not a temporary Air Force One plane. It's temporary because it won't be there after he leaves the house. After he leaves the presidency, it's going with him. Y'all, the grift, the money exchange, the quid pro quo that this man is doing is illegal. It is illegal. He is doing illegal shit. You're not supposed to accept these type of gifts, especially from Qatar, of all places. But this is Frumpy. He loves being showered with lavish gifts. He loves being seen as this big, great man. He loves thinking that he is the best. This man is going to have us in some shit. He's going to have us in some shit. And for everybody talking about he's a great businessman, this man has filed bankruptcy on all of his businesses. He is not a successful businessman. His daddy gave him millions of dollars to start businesses, and he failed at every one of them. Okay? He failed at every one of them, and he had to be bailed out. Okay? And in order for him to be bailed out, he had to falsify his tax returns. And in order to get more loans, he had to make sure that his properties were more expensive than what they actually are. But when the tax returns came around, he had to dumb down the prices of his properties so he didn't have to pay taxes. That's why he's a 40-something time felon. But y'all sitting here acting like this man got money and he's smart and he know what he's doing. He barely can speak proper English. I ain't never seen this man say a straight sentence correctly. We're going to do big deals. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. I mean, we're doing very good. Do a deal with me. We could do a deal. I mean, it's great. It's awesome. It's big. It's so big. The only reason y'all following this man because y'all can actually understand what he's saying, which shows what your IQ is. It shows what your IQ is. I feel like I get dumber and dumber every time I hear him speak. Sometimes I have to turn off the phone. I'm like, Jesus, let me go read a book. Let me go read an article. Let me smarten myself up again. I can't. I can't even listen to this man speak because he's doing run-on sentences. He's not using conjunction. It doesn't make any sense. This is who's running our presidency. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I cannot, y'all. The amount of shit that I have to read. The amount of shit that I have to read is getting on my nerves. Also, so we know Frumpy wants to give $1 trillion to the military, right? He wants to give $1 trillion to the military. That is part of his big, beautiful budget. $1 trillion is going to be the budget of the military defenses. Did you know that the U.S. spends $40 million on Viagra? The U.S. military spends $40 million on men that can no longer get it up. $40 million on men that can't get it up. I'm going to say this. If our births are supposed to be natural and it's a thing of God, then y'all things going out is a natural effect and a thing from God. God don't want you working no more. God said your soldier must go down. There is no reason for you to have that soldier anymore. If us getting pregnant is the act of God, then you losing your little flotation device in between your legs is an act from God. There's no reason the military, $40 million. Do you not know what $40 million could do? Anywhere else in our government? Infrastructure? I'm sorry, homelessness? You know $40 million going to homelessness? We have over 700,000 people in America that are homeless right now. And that is going to be an uptick. That is going to uptick. If we don't know where these tariffs are going. If the cost of living goes higher. If more people are laid off. That $40 million could go to that. I can't. I can't. This is what we're $42 million a year on medication for service members with erectile dysfunction. What do y'all need that for? You're in the military. Y'all know what y'all need to be. What is it? Daenerys Targaryens. Y'all know Daenerys Targaryens people. Her soldiers. They didn't have that. All of them need to be cut off. If it don't work, just get rid of it. I'm just saying. If it don't work, just get rid of it, okay? Just ain't no use for it, okay? I'm just saying. Yep. Y'all don't need it. You don't. You need to be a gray worm. I love that about them, though. That means they were true to their game. I know they failed their audit. Pentagon fails their audit every year. They've done it for the last 9 or 10 years. They've always failed their audit. Okay, so agitators clash with police at a New Jersey ICE facility, the same ICE facility that the New York mayor got arrested at. Now, I looked at the footage of the people protesting that ICE facility. Guess what I saw? Priests, abolitionists. I saw Jewish people praying. Those are the people they were arresting. They're arresting people of the cloth. Those weren't agitators. Those were people of the cloth. And they're still talking about, Homeland Security is still talking about trying to arrest Congress people that were actually supposed to be there. They're still talking about arresting them. And Jasmine Crockett said, bring it on. She ain't scared. We standing 10 toes down. She's not scared. 10 toes down. They want to arrest the Congress people that were at the Newark ICE facility, even though they were supposed to be there. They were supposed to be there. I want to see how that's going to go by. I'm curious to see how that's going to work. I just want to give y'all emphasis on what an emphasis on what it costs for us to go to the emergency room in hospitals. In America, hospitals charge $700 for a bag of saline solution. $700 for a bag of saline solution. $250 for a single Band-Aid. Even though the production is less than $3. Yeah. Saline solution. A bag of saline. It goes into your body. Yeah. $250 for a Band-Aid. This is what our healthcare looks like in America. But we're giving $40 million to military people We're giving we want to cut Medicaid, $880 billion worth of Medicaid, and this is what we have to deal with. This is what we have to deal with. This is why it's so important for y'all to call y'all representatives. It's so important for y'all to make these videos, directing them at your representatives and telling them we ain't playing these games. We will put y'all asses out. We will put y'all asses out on your butts. You won't have a job at all. If that's just two things. That is just two things. Imagine the list of shit that it costs for us to just check in. I won't even ride in the ambulance, baby. My leg could be broken. No, I'll take my car. You're not going to charge me out the ass just to ride in the ambulance. That my people created. Shit. If it wasn't for black folks, the ambulance would not exist. They refused to pick up black people in black neighborhoods, so they were trained. Black people got trained to be emergency ambulance people. I'm not finna pay for that shit. And my people created it. Got me fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just mad. I'm not doing that. I'm not paying for a damn ambulance ride. I will Uber my ass to the hospital before I pay for an ambulance ride. I just won't. All right. Some good shit in big tech. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Africa is not playing. Okay? France is going broke. France is losing money. France is not as powerful as they think they are. The only reason France is powerful is because of countries in Africa like Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso has cut them off. No gold, no resources, no nothing. And now the president of France is asking President Ibrahim to meet with him so they can get back together and be friends. But let's forget the past. They're saying, let's forget the past. Can someone see my private video out of here? They're saying, let's forget the past. We want to be friends again. We want to be friends again, but let's forget the past. And Burkina said, nah, we not fucking with no more of y'all. No more y'all Western colonial people. We're not messing with y'all. Anybody that thinks that Africa is poor and is siphoning off the resources does not to be involved with Africa. And everybody's starting to follow behind Burkina Faso. And I love it. Because they are making it where if we have to get the hell up out this country, we got somewhere to go that's prospering. We have somewhere to go that's prospering. If we have to leave as black people in this country, if we have to leave and we don't have no other choice, we're going to a country that is ready. We're going to a country that is ready. Okay? Now, speaking of that, Ghana is building a tech city. Ghana is building a tech city aiming to become the first West African digital capital. It's going to be designed to house 50,000 tech workers. They're not playing. They are not playing. They're coming hard. Somebody get rid of this girl. See my private video. Y'all getting on my nerves in my account. I don't want to see your private video. I don't care. I got my own private videos. I'm just saying. That's just it. That is just it. There's a Uganda scientist who's developed an HIV vaccine that provides 100% protection for women. I would love to see that spread through Africa. I hope it spreads through Africa. Let's pray it spreads through Africa. And now, as we are speaking about HIV, HIV has now been claimed it's no longer a terminal illness. HIV is no longer a terminal illness. Let's give a hand clap for that. Because, baby, it's been a long time coming. A long time coming. It's no longer a terminal illness, which means that you can live. If you happen to contract it, you can actually live a life, a valued life. That is big, especially from the epidemic of the 90s and the 80s and the 70s. It is huge. On top of that, yeah, Minnesota governor, attorney general shuts down Derek Chauvin's attempt to get a pardon from Trump. He said, "You're not getting out, my boy. You owe me 22 more years." So Derek Chauvin ain't going nowhere. He gonna sit his ass in that jail for the next 22 years. Vicky is working. She got a new job. He gonna sit in that goddamn room for 22 years. He's not getting out. So all y'all people that was waiting for him to get out because it's white or nothing, it's not gonna happen. He's staying right where he's at, okay? There will be no getting out. I know y'all trying to do that to piss us off, but yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's really, really not, and y'all need to get over it. And I love it. I love it. Here's something good for our ozone layer. The ozone hole in Antarctica that is breaking down all the ice, it's expected to return to its 1980 levels around 2066. I know that's too far back, but it's healing. The ozone layer in Antarctica is healing. And if you don't know about Antarctica and the ozone layer, once those ice caps hit and they break off, those can cause a big ass tidal wave. You've ever seen Waterworld? Yeah. More caps that break off, more heat that hits this goddamn ocean, burns out everything, overflows, Waterworld. Here we come. Yeah. If you're old enough to have seen Waterworld, it's a very old movie. Okay. If you're Gen Z, you may not know what Waterworld is, but it ain't the type of place you want to live. Okay. Let's just make it very clear. We need both. We need water and we need goddamn land. Okay. We need both. That ain't a movie I want to be in. Okay. I'm just making that very clear. That is not a movie I want to be a part of. If you are, and hell, this has to do with me. If you're a streamer or a content creator and you are creating any kind of videos that have to do with this administration, be careful. Progressive streamer Hassan Piker says that he was detained and interrogated about his opinion on Trump. He was detained about his opinion on Trump. Piker says he was taken into custody, into a room by federal authorities at Chicago O'Hare Airport upon his return to the U.S. and questioned for hours about his political opinions. They're also directing their target at Aaron Parnas. They're also directing their targets at Aaron Parnas. So they're looking at us. And I'm saying us because I'm a part of it, but I'm not big. And clearly you can tell a bitch is from America. But it's starting to trickle down from news stations to everyday people who speak. Aaron said he's not stopping, and I don't expect him to. I don't expect him to stop. But if you're going to speak about this administration, be aware. They are listening. Me, I don't give a fuck. I'm black. I'm a female. I'm part of the LGBTQI community. Okay? I believe in freedom of speech. I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. What? I got bail money. What? If I go to jail, I'll probably have a better life. They got TVs, Nintendos, and every goddamn thing else. I ain't got to pay my student loan debt back. Okay. Bet. I'm just saying. There are some perks. Just make sure y'all put my money on my books. Medicaid paid for. I'm just saying. There are some benefits of going to jail nowadays. They be wearing Jordans and playing video games. As long as I get my hair products, I'm good. Come on. Come on. All right. Here's some major news for Oregon, which I never see Oregon in the news at all. The largest ever lithium deposit was just found in the U.S., in Oregon. It is worth $1.5 trillion. $1.5 trillion. what does lithium power? Laptops, cell phones, hybrids, electric cars, all of that is from lithium. So that deposit, big, big money. It says the U.S. may reduce its dependence on foreign lithium thanks to the vast deposit found in ancient caldera. However, the rush is to mine it is igniting conflict over environment and land rights. So geologists estimate the ancient volcanic site. Oh, it's a volcanic site. Hold on. We're not fucking volcanic shit. No, 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 no. Could hold between 20 to 40 million metric tons of lithium, enough to significantly reduce a reliance on foreign sources such as China, and fuel electric vehicle industry. Y'all know who they talking about. Yet the find has sparked fierce debate between those eager to harness the economic promise and communities deeply concerned about the environmental damage and the cultural disruption. While industries advocate to tout the deposit as it's a lifeline for green technology and rural jobs, critics highlight the risk of local wildlife, water resources, scarce tribal lands, because it's on Native American land. Let's make that very clear. The Bureau of Land Management's brief public comment period and early drilling proposals from High Tech Minerals Inc. have further tensions of the Morrill County, one of Oregon's poorest regions. So it could help, but it's on tribal land and it could mess up the environment. Now, I'm all for us getting off of depending on other countries, but I'm not for disrupting Native American land. They've already had enough shit taken away from them. And I'm not up for taking away anything from the environment already. We already fucked in that area. We need to let them breathe. Okay? We're going to steal from them again. We don't need to steal from them again. We don't need to take from their land again. It doesn't need to be like that. I hope and pray that they leave it alone. Who knows if they're going to leave it alone, but let's just pray. Let's just pray that they don't touch it. If you have children that are out for the summertime, there is, how the fuck do you keep getting in my goddamn account? Can't stand you. If you have children and they're out for the summertime, AMC is slashing their prices on Wednesdays by 50%. Take your child to the movies. That's a good way to drop their asses off and have a good time for a couple of hours. Don't drop them off if they're not old enough to be dropped off, but you know what I mean. Take them there. That'd be a good place for them to go. I'm just saying. I know y'all want to know about the Diddy updates. So first day was hell. Okay? They've got more men on the jury than women. Now, there were two witnesses. The police officer that actually saw the video, he copied it on his iPhone to show his wife. He made 2 copies. And then we have the escort. Now, the escort said that initially he was just supposed to dance. But when he opened the door, Cassie said, here's $4,000. It's more. If you want to stay, you can stay. If you feel comfortable, my man won't jump in. We're good. He said that he witnessed on multiple occasions, of Diddy roughing up Cassie, like full beatdown. And he said one time they were at the house and Cassie didn't come to him fast enough, come out the room fast enough for him, and he beat the crap out of her in front of the guy. And he said, the guy said, I couldn't get it up to do anything because I was just so messed up. And he got up and walked out. And he asked Cassie, why are you staying? She said, it's okay. It's okay. He said, I didn't do that. He said, I didn't. But when it came to the golden showers, he said that Cassie's the one that asked for the golden shower. Now, we're going to see how this actually bodes, because the cross-examination has just started on that guy. Delilah, Chance, and Jesse were in the courtrooms while this was being told. And come to find out, they left. They did leave. They left. They left because they were uncomfortable, I'm guessing, and they didn't want to hear about their dad's situation, which I totally understand. No one wants to hear that at all. Um, there was an incident of Cassie and Diddy on March 2016. A woman says she responded to a call about a woman in distress on the 6th floor. Cassie and Diddy were arguing, and Flores told them they had to go back into their room. Flores said Diddy handed him a stack of, oh, it's a guy. It's the police officer. Diddy handed him a stack of money and told him not to tell anyone what he saw. Cassie said she wanted her phone and her bag. Cassie said she wanted to leave. Combs said, "You're not leaving. I saw the inside of the room. A male, black, wearing dark clothing, Combs, called for me. He was holding a stack of money and told me not to tell anyone." Flores says he denied the bribe, saying, "I don't want your money. I just want to go back into your. I just go back into your room." He claims he pinned Diddy to the wall after the mogul accused him of recording him. So they played the surveillance. They played it in court. It's been played, and they played it twice. Okay. The problem is the prosecution opened up with saying that Cassie was forced to take that golden shower, and the witness said that Cassie asked for the golden shower, so it looks kind of crazy. Cassie is up on the witness stand today. She takes a witness stand, and she is due pregnancy-wise in June. Okay, she's due in June, so they got to get this testimony out the way and hope and pray it does not push her delivery date up quickly. Okay. They're also saying that the press may get to see the freak off videos. They may allow them to see those videos. They're giving them one more day to apply to see them. I want to know. I want to know. And I'm sorry. Having a pregnant woman on the stand discussing how she was done, everything that she was done to her, everything that was done to her by a man that's almost twice her age. Because y'all got to remember, when Cassie got with Diddy, she was barely like 18. She was a child. That was a child. It is what it is. That was basically a child. And he controlled every aspect of her life. So that image right there, ooh, that cross-examination gonna be ugly. And I hope that she can make it through it. But Alex Fine was in the courtroom yesterday. So was what's her name? Who else was in the courtroom yesterday? Misa Hilton was in the courtroom. Kamora Lee Simmons was in the courtroom as well. I don't know if they're going to be in the courtroom today, but they were in the courtroom. Y'all better kill it. Whatever it is, you better kill it. They barred him today, Cassie's husband. They won't let him in the room. Oh, I know Jaguar was out there doing interviews. Oh, I'll be sure. You know what? I know Al B. Shore wants to be a witness, but I don't know if he will be. Do you think Laura Harvey knows anything? I don't think she knows anything. Kamora knows all secrets. That was, her best friend. That was her best friend. But I don't think Al B. Shore will be a witness. He can be a sounding board, but I don't think he's going to be a witness. Al B. Shore was there. I know he was there, but I don't think he's going to be a witness. Is Jaguar testified? If they were smart, they would not put Jaguar on that damn stage. I would never put Jaguar as a witness. Never. Never. You cannot decipher between her cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and her honesty. You can't decipher that shit. I'll be like, wait, hold on, but you ain't say that the last time. No. I would not put her on the stand. Never. Never. But day 2 is up and running. And I plan on seeing what happens in that situation. Now, y'all know us and Canada are not getting along right now, but the U.S. is cracking on Canada. They're cracking. So U.S. lawmakers are introducing the Canadian Snowbird Visa Act to allow Canadians over 50 years old to stay in the United States without a visa up to 240 days. The current date is 182 days in a bid to revive Canadian tourism in the United States. Canadians don't want to come here. They already did a poll. Canadians are going to be traveling within their own country this summer. They're not coming to America. Travel has dropped 70%. They're not coming here. Our tourism is about to be. Y'all got to think about that. Summertime is when our biggest tourism. Summer and Christmas and New Year's, those are our big tourist areas. Florida is not going to have as many people come in as they think they are. New York, nothing. California, nothing. Okay? A lot of tourist attractions are going to be deaded. They're going to be deaded. There's going to be a lot of places that it's going to be over. Tourism is about to go down. And so, I don't know. They're not going to be able to use elderly people to bring that shit back up. They're not going to be able to do that. And this was funny. I never thought I would actually say this, but wind farmers, y'all hear me correctly, wind farmers accused of stealing each other's wind. I'm going to say that again. Wind farmers are accused of stealing each other's wind. I don't know how that is possible. I had to think real hard on this shit. I don't know how you can steal somebody's wind, but as wind power rapidly expands across Europe, a growing challenge has emerged: wind theft. The unintended side effect where wind farmers reduce wind speeds for others nearby through what's called a wake effect. When turbines extract energy from the air, resulting in gusts of winds behind them slow down. Oh, so this is actually a real thing. Y'all can still win now. We can still win. That's how that works. Okay, that is definitely a thing. Okay, if you're in Virginia, here's something good for you. Virginia has signed a bill into law limiting how police can use the data collected by license plate readers. Okay, they can only store your license plate for no more than 21 days. So if you live in Virginia, that is something for y'all. They have limited that. The ACLU is on it. So yeah, y'all good on that. Y'all definitely good on that. If you're in Tennessee, Massachusetts, Georgia, and California, ICE is hot. Hot. Over 100 people have been arrested in Tennessee. California, raids. Massachusetts, raids. And now they have teamed up with Florida State Patrol. So, Florida State Patrol has teamed up with ICE. They're going to do ICE stops. So, if you know you riding dirty, don't ride at all. Take an Uber. Do something else. I'm just saying. They are out here hot. They are in Georgia as well. And I'm in a community. I'm near a community with a lot of Mexicans and Latinos. I'm sitting next door to a community right now that is heavy on both sides of me. So let's hope and pray that these raids don't come over here. I'm just saying. That's just a lot. What you looking at? I just want y'all to be prepared and be aware. And that girl that pooped on that Amazon person that pooped on these people's porches and done what she did, you need therapy. And you ain't never going to be able to get another job. I'm just being honest. Last but not least, I'm looking for it. Where is it? Hamas is returning its last U.S. captive held in Gaza. He came back yesterday or today. I think he's coming back in the morning. Congratulations to him. I still don't with that man, but I'm happy you are back and home where you belong. Amen to that. We can't be mad at that at all. I'm looking for my last but not least. Where is it? Where the freak is it? Where is it? Sorry. Let me just say it. Congratulations to a woman and her 3 children. A black woman and her 3 black daughters graduated college all at the same time in Georgia. That is big as hell. Now, I am super proud of that. I love to see black women prevailing. On top of that, I love seeing women being petty. And in China, a woman in China sent 1,000 pounds of onions to her ex-boyfriend's house so he could cry like she did. That is the best revenge I've ever seen. That is some good ass petty shit. Women, that is the pettiness we need to exude. Okay? That is the pettiness we need to exude when we're pissed off. Don't break nothing. Deliver 100 pieces to his house. 1,000 pounds of onions? What are you gonna do with 1,000 pounds of onions? That is some petty shit. That is, I will never forgive you. Okay, I will never forgive. That is awesome. All right, that's all I got for you today. Make sure y'all calling y'all representatives and letting them know y'all not good with this Medicaid, $880 billion being cut. Because it affects one, it affects all. Please remember that. It's not just, I'm not on Medicaid, but I have grandparents. I have cousins. I have elderly family members that are on it, that survive on it. So don't think it doesn't affect you. That $880 billion Medicaid cut will affect you one way or another. And it will affect our bottom line. And that taxes is definitely going to affect everybody because ain't nobody in my lives, left or right, is making over 100, 200K. We all suffering, all right? Okay. I will see y'all tomorrow. If you can see my recap video, please go like, comment, and share. And make sure y'all follow me on other platforms because we don't know how long TikTok is going to last, okay? All right. Bye, peoples. Have a good day. And I'm doing Diddy recaps on my backup page, Just Nene 2.0. Bye, YouTube. See y'all later.